On October 15th, National I Love Lucy Day celebrates one of television's all-time greatest shows, I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy, an American sitcom starring Lucille Ball, Desi Arnaz, Vivian Vance, and William Frawley, made its debut on October 15, 1951. The program created a new television experience with the first filmed and scripted program performed before a live audience. We produce 5 amazing videos per week, so please click on the like button and subscribe to see future videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The studio literally knocked a hole in a concrete wall, creating room for theater seating, inviting the once banned fans to see the stars perform for free. The new format in I Love Lucy won 5 Emmy Awards and received numerous nominations. In 4 of its 6 seasons, I Love Lucy was the most watched television show in the United States. The sitcom was a world of television first. In 2002, TV Guide ranked the sitcom as television's second greatest show of all time. And in 2007, it landed on Time Magazine's 100 Best Shows of All Time list. It all started with a radio program. In 1948, CBS went to Lucille Ball in hopes to turn her popular radio show called My Favorite Husband into a television program. While the radio version originally featured Richard Denning as Lucy's husband, she told the network she'd agree only if her real-life husband, Desi Arnaz, was cast in the role. Originally, the network had their doubts, but ultimately they agreed. Ricky Ricardo almost went by the name of Larry Lopez. Fortunately, producers didn't like the alliteration of Larry and Lucy. It was one of the first television shows filmed in Hollywood. Before then, most shows were taped live in New York City, but since the Arnazes didn't want to move away from their Los Angeles home, the set was in California. It was also the first show to use 3 different cameras, which was revolutionary at the time. A whopping 300 live audience members attended each taping. No pressure, but the actors were so good that scenes very rarely had to be retaped, meaning the audience often got a start-to-finish experience. This also helped Ball, who worked best when she had immediate audience feedback. The actors who played Fred and Ethel hated each other in real life. Sadly, William Frawley and Vivian Vance had to force themselves to be affectionate towards one another on the show. This conflict was so deep that it even prevented them from spin-off success after the series ended because they refused to work together. Frawley had a reputation for being a heavy drinker. This initially made CBS wary of hiring him, but Desi Arnaz, who had his own similar reputation, thought Frawley was the perfect actor for the role. He fought to bring him on with the agreement that if he missed work for any reason other than being legitimately sick, he would be written out of the show. The heart in the opening credits wasn't what originally aired. It only became the iconic opening once CBS started rerunning the series in 1959. Before then, the opening and closing credits featured clay figures of Ball and Arnaz with sponsored products from companies like Philip Morris Cigarettes, Procter & Gamble, and Lilt Home Permanent. It was the first show to syndicate reruns. In fact, Arnaz is credited with inventing the rerun. He came up with the concept as a way to give Ball some much needed time off after having a baby. "44 million viewers watched the episode where Lucy gave birth to little Ricky. That's 72% of all U.S. homes who owned TVs at the time. And more people watched this episode than Dwight D. Eisenhower getting sworn in as president the very next day." Arnaz wore lifts in his shoes to make him look taller. He listed his official height as 5 feet 11 inches, but he was really 5 feet 9 inches and can credit his 2-inch boost to his special shoes. Vance says her contract required her to always weigh 10 pounds more than Ball. Although it's never been officially confirmed if this is a fact or just a joke. But perhaps it doesn't matter because the two women remained friends even after their time on the show ended. It was the first show to end while still being #1 in the Nielsen ratings. But it wasn't just the last season that reigned supreme. I Love Lucy held the top title for 4 out of its 6 seasons.